Hello Facebook, hello YouTube. I hope everybody is happy and well. So I was just saying to our friends here on Instagram, it's halfway through the week, it's Wednesday. I'm going to do a Wellbeing Wednesday. It's all about staying happy and calm. Get yourself sitting somewhere comfy because we're going to do a little bit of meditation, some yoga breathing. I've got an amazing yogi who's going to be joining us. So it's just a moment to take a little bit of time out and just refresh, recharge the mind. We know that just having a tiny bit of space to breathe and unhook those shoulders that creep up here just to bring them down again. I mean, look at me, I'm still actually in my gym kit from when I was doing a bit of home gym, jumping around earlier. And I thought, do you know what? It's actually quite comfy. So I'm going to stay in comfy clothes today. It's like having a PJ day. So these are from Asquith. Yeah, so this is a lovely British kind of yoga loungewear brand. I suppose they came into their own a bit during lockdown because we've all started to wear a bit more kind of softer, perhaps less structured clothing. And I really like them. I mean, these are pieces that I've had for a long time, for a couple of years actually, this little cami top. And they're really well made, and they use a lot of bamboo and natural fibres, and they give us 15% off everything with Liz Loves, which is even better. So thank you, Asquith. It's a lovely British female founder-led brand. Check them out. We've got Martha over on Facebook today. Hi Martha, my lovely, how are you doing? Thank you for manning Facebook. Thank you for popping up all the links that you'll be able to see if you are watching live on Facebook. Obviously we can't do that, so if you're new to me on Instagram, really warm welcome. And what I do on Instagram is, if you go to my bio at the end, you'll see there's a little blue line of type that says Linktree, and if you click on that, Linktree, we're able to put all the links. But ultimately, you'll find everything on lizearlewellbeing.com. And particularly all the discounts and things, they go under a section called Liz Loves, because we've got so many, got some really good ones to share with you. I've got a really good new one to share. So don't go away, because we're going to be talking about that later. But I think maybe, should we kick off with just a bit of calm? Is everybody feeling kind of just, yeah, and breathe. We've got a moment of space. So I'm going to see if we can get this all connected. So Minnie Samengo Yoga, let's see if she is in the house, because I'm really looking forward to having this chat. Here we go. And I think you should be able to join me now, hopefully, Minnie. Apologies on Facebook and YouTube, you won't be able to see Minnie, but you will be able to hear her, and I will hopefully be her body and her demo, if you like. So I will do the things that she tells me to. So, thanks, Jane. Yeah, I do feel quite relaxed, actually. I mean, I'm up here in my bedroom. It's my happy place. It's my little sanctuary. I've got a little do not disturb sign that goes on the door so the kids know that, you know, I'm having a bit of quiet time. That actually helps. So, yeah, it's cold and wet and windy. Oh, my goodness. I wish I could say it was a beautiful day down here in the West Country, but it just isn't. Yesterday was really beautiful. You know, it was one of those lovely classic spring days, bright blue sky, birds were singing, the daffodils were waving in the sunshine, all of that. And I just thought, great, this is going to be so good. And then literally, before I even opened my eyes this morning, I could hear the howling gale and the driving rain, and it's just been grey and wet and cold all day. It says Minnie's unable to join. Let's try again. Here we go. Send request. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, absolutely. My happy mum, happy baby interview. That was ages ago. Yeah, I talked about having my sofa here, which my kids sleep on when they're poorly, at the end of my bed. Hi, Minnie.
Hello, Liz. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you? I'm just going to turn you up, my lovely, because I think you might be a wee bit faint. Maybe it's my phone. Let me just...
Me as well. Sorry, technology is sometimes not my friend.
Got you. We got you loud and clear. Whereabouts are you? Where are you speaking to us?
I'm based in Battersea in South London.
Oh, not far from my studios. They're in South London as well. And
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
is it cold and rainy and grim?
Yes, we've got like a tiny little conservatory here, so you can kind of hear the rain. But actually, I find with meditation, I find it quite therapeutic. We can kind of hear the rain. It can kind of be quite a nice, relaxing element. So you can hear the rain wherever you are. Think of it as a positive. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like that.
I agree with you.
Meditation can be.
I do this app sometimes called Calm, and they very often have the sound of soft rain as a kind of the background noise.
Yeah, rain, water, all those kind of things. I just think conjures up such a nice, relaxing kind of feeling. And even just, you know, when you go and stand by a river or a lake, isn't it just something instantly therapeutic? So imagine you're by a beautiful lake.
Okay, that's good. We will turn the rain into a positive. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been doing what you're doing? Your amazing yogi and meditation.
I've been doing yoga, meditation, movement, all that kind of stuff for about 4 years now professionally. I used to be a sports person myself, so sadly I didn't quite make it professionally. But tennis was my sport, so I've always been into sports. I've always been active. It was the only thing I enjoyed at school. I didn't really pay too much attention to class. I just wanted to be outside, running around on the fields. And then I tried the city for a couple of years because I thought that was kind of the right path. You know, everyone's got to try that desk job, I think, and I quickly realised that was not for me. But I wouldn't change it for the world. It's completely taught me so many life lessons and skills that I can bring into my next role of now being self-employed, which definitely has its challenges.
Yeah, a bit scary.
Yes, but it's just amazing being able to help people, and that's kind of what I do. And actually, the one thing from lockdown is that we have been able to reach so many more people worldwide rather than just the studios in London. So there's some bonus that's come out of it, and so that's a little bit.
And I think
so I love what I do, and I love to help people, and I can't wait to meet more of you today. So
well, I think it's really important to be positive. I mean, we do say here, just positive vibes. That's the only thing that we allow. Not many house rules, but that's one of them. And actually, I started all of this because of lockdown. I started my Instagram lives, and it moved on to Facebook and YouTube. And we've got this really wonderful community here, and inspiring and sharing and encouraging and educating. And it has been one of the small blessings, I think, that have come out of it. I mean, obviously, really want to get out of lockdown now, but I think we will take the good bits, hopefully, with us. And a lot of that, like the online learning and joining, you do online classes, don't you?
Yeah, so my online business, I did 0 online classes, started nearly a year ago now. And then now I do 7 weekly classes online. So I basically got my own little online studio where we do yoga, we do some low impact cardio classes as well, because I love yoga, but I think it's important as well to get your heart rate up for, the cardiovascular benefits, but in a kind way to our bodies. So, not doing loads of burpees and all that stuff.
Can't bear burpees. Oh, burpees are just the worst. I'm really hoping that my trainer, Michael Gary, isn't watching, because I never want to do burpees. I mean, they are hard and just, I don't know, there's something about them that just, I'm really happy to do squats, and he makes me do, this morning actually we're doing these things called the Bulgarian split squat, which is kind of almost as bad as it sounds, but really good for you. But I would seriously rather do that. I mean, I'm not any burpee fans in the house, not for me, for sure.
I know, I think even the word sometimes gives people the shivers. They're like,
Now you have
my cardio classes,
you have very kindly given us actually a Liz Loves discount, which I should just mention that now, because if people, I've seen lots of comments coming on Instagram just saying how you are just the best. You've obviously got a big fan club out there, people really enjoying your classes. So you've given us 20% off your set of 4 classes, which you can use within a month, which is brilliant if you use the Liz Loves code. So what's your website? Where do we find you for that?
So we find me at MinnieSamengoYoga.com, but everything as well is on Instagram. So if you just go on Instagram, similar to you, you've got that little link tree, and then you can find online classes. There's on-demand library as well, so you don't have to, if you can't make the lives for whatever reason. So it's like a kind of a whole little library of wellness. There's some meditation. There's a few little breathing exercises as well. So I just kind of, like today, I want to help you give kind of moments of calm into your life.
Yes, please.
It doesn't have to be about doing an hour and, an hour class. If it's just 10 minutes of sitting, being still, it just helps you to recharge and just make you feel good, particularly being all anxious with all this horribleness going on around us. This 10 minutes can just really, really help. Find that inner peace, which we do all have. It's there. So I just want to help you find it.
Fantastic. When did you get into meditation Did that come as part of your yoga journey?
Yeah, it's definitely fed in from the yoga. I mean, I must admit, I do struggle sometimes with meditation. It's not like a daily practice for me, because meditation
same.
comes in lots of different forms. So there's the yoga meditation, there's the moving meditation, there's the breathing element as well. So if you want to do a breathing practice, or there's the sort of seated guided meditations. So it comes in lots of different forms. So I kind of always say to people, it's really important to try all the different bits.
Okay.
And then find the bits that you love. So if you hate seated meditation, you don't have to do it. But you love the breathing practices, that can be your meditation. Yeah. So it's kind of just about trying lots of different things and then doing more of the things you love, so that you kind of look forward to these little moments of calm in your day to kind of help you, reset and re-energize yourself. So,
and it is amazing how effective it is. For just 10 minutes of kind of is almost really doing nothing. Actually, the benefit. So shall we get on? Shall we get on? You're going to do a 10-minute guided meditation, is that right?
Guided meditation.
Live
so
here now.
You through it. Yes.
Okay, now before we do it, just to say, do we have to shut our eyes for this?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually going to recommend you lying down.
Ooh, I might have to just lie back.
You lie back.
Okay.
I'm going to stay seated, obviously. Otherwise,
I'm going to stay seated. But I'm just going to tell. All right, I'm just going to tell my lovely family something, because I am going to wear. I'm not very good at shutting my eyes. I kind of tend to open them and peek. So I'm going to use an eye mask.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. If anyone else wants to use an eye mask, if that helps.
Then grab one quickly. But this, I just want to say to my community here, because they know that I love this other British brand called Life Armour. And they do these amazing little drops of balance, which help to keep you calm. It's adaptogenic herbs. They're just brilliant. Anyway, they have just sent me this, because if you order, we also have a Liz Loves with them as well, but if you order, including your discount, anything from them, over £55, they send you this free. And it's honestly, the quality of it is amazing. It's so soft and it's so lovely to wear. It's £22 normally, and it's a freebie. It's just a limited offer. Maybe for Mother's Day or whatever. But anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. I'll talk about it again. But before I put it on, in case people are going, oh, what's she wearing? That's what I'm wearing. So do I put this on now?
Yeah, so pop this on now. So I recommend everyone either, if you want to sit sort of propped up, you can sit propped up. But I'd recommend lying down. So those of you at home, I love lying down. That's the best bit.
Any excuse, seriously, Minnie.
Class, exactly. So take this opportunity to lie down. I'm just going to pop some music on as well, just some relaxing. So I
have never done this live before, so this is going to be really quite interesting. No,
I'm so excited to share this with you. This is one of my favourites, and actually it's one of my members' favourites.
I can't believe that I'm doing 10 minutes with my eyes shut.
Okay. I know. When did we ever get to do that?
I'm just going to rely on all you guys to behave, okay? I expect no chat, no comments. Okay, everybody, you'll be able to see Minnie. You're in charge now. I hand over the controls to you. Okay, right, off we go.
So, welcome everyone. So, coming into that lying down position. So, if you need a blanket, if you need a cushion, just make yourself as comfortable as possible. So, getting any wriggles out from your shirt, your hair, your eye mask, whatever it is, just have this nice little haven. Create this little warm, cozy place for yourself. And ideally, you should be in a quiet place, but we're probably all at home, and that might not be the way for everyone. So if there is noise, just let it be a part of the practice. Don't try and fight it. Just let it come and go. So just bringing your awareness to your breath. Just slowly watching it flow in and out through the body. Maybe giving the jaw a little wiggle just to find some softness there. A lot of tension can be held and we don't even know it if we clench. Maybe scooting the shoulder blades down the back if they're slightly hunched up towards the ears. And then maybe bringing the chin slightly closer towards the chest just to lengthen through the back of the neck. And as you lie here, just imagine all the muscles in the body just starting to fall away from the bones. Allow your feet to flop out to the sides. Allow your arms arms to be heavy and disengaged. And with every breath, just allowing your hips to sink deeper and deeper into the ground. We're going to begin with a full body scan. So starting from the tips of the toes, the feet, your ankles, your shins, kneecaps and knees, your thighs, your hips, your pelvis, all the way up to the back of the spine. So just imagine you're walking up the back of your spine from your lower back to your middle back, to your upper back, shoulder blades, shoulders, all the way down the back of the arms, the back of the hands, and your fingertips. Now carrying on up the spine, through the back of the neck, the throat, the jaw, all the way up to the back of the skull, covering the front of your face, your chin, your cheeks, and the eyes. So really letting the eyes sink and soften here. We've been doing a lot of looking at screens recently, so imagine all the muscles around the eyes just starting to release and surrender, letting them sink deeper and deeper into the back of the head. As we reach all the way up to the crown of your head. Just taking a few moments here just to notice what it's like to be in your physical body, in this present moment. Noticing any sensations you might be feeling in the body, any tingles. Noticing any temperatures. Maybe there's points of restriction in the muscles. Maybe emotionally in the heart space or the throat. Maybe bring your awareness a little closer to the rise and fall of your tummy as you breathe. And maybe even closer, the heart beating in your chest. Just fully being present, being aware in our bodies here and now. Just allowing the body to sink deeper and deeper into the ground beneath us. Softening and surrendering. And now imagine there's a wave that's washing from the tips of the toes to the crown of your head. This wave is washing away any negativity that might be holding on in the body, in the mind, in the emotional body, whether it's physical tension, whether it's tension in the mind, anything that isn't serving you anymore, just let this wave start to wash your body clear. Wash your body clean as it flows with the breath over the body, nice and slowly, from the tips of the toes all the way to the crown of your head, leaving no corner untouched. And then now think of a second wave. A second wave that's washing from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. And this wave is washing all the nourishment, the goodness, positivity over your body. Using this time to recharge the body with that goodness. Start to fill up your cup with this energy, this healing energy, this life force, this prana. As it washes nice and slowly with the rhythm of the breath from the crown of the head all the way to the tips of the toes. And again, leaving no corner untouched. I just want you to kind of bathe yourself in that feeling just for a few moments, soaking up this nourishing, this healing, this calming, all these lovely things that you need and can bring into the rest of the day as we recharge ourselves here just for a few more moments for the rest of our week. Taking a soft inhale through the nose to fill the tummy. And a soft, gentle sigh to release through the mouth. Just starting to bring some awareness back into your physical body. Wish to bring some subtle movement to the fingers, maybe a little wriggle through the toes, maybe circling the wrists, the ankles, or the jaw. Slowly, slowly. As always, if you want to stay lying down, please be my guest. If you want to gently make your way up to a seated position, it's your choice. And wherever you are, just starting to notice. Notice any feelings, sensations, any shifts or changes in the physical body, maybe the emotional body, maybe the mind, or the natural rhythm of the breath compared to when we first started this practice this afternoon. And just remembering that you can find this peace, this stillness within you at any time. Just remembering to create these moments of calm for you, just to help yourself recharge. And as always, thanking yourself, giving yourself that gratitude for carving out this precious time for you. And just closing with 2 cleansing breaths as we inhale, fill the tummy. exhale, sigh to release. Just one more. Inhale, fill it up, expand. And exhale, big sigh, let it go. Slowly, slowly flicker the eyes open gently. Softly letting the external world back in. And allowing yourself these few minutes just to adjust. There's no rush. Just let it all sink in. Soak up all that goodness. Thank you so much for sharing that with me, everyone. I hope that is moments of calm that you needed throughout the day, wherever you are in the world. Ooh. It's so lovely to practice with you. What did you think, Liz?
Wonderful. Didn't want to come back.
Okay, great.
Thought if I just stay here, you know, maybe they can just chat amongst themselves, you know.
Yeah. I think everyone was behaving. To be honest, I was having my eyes closed as well, trying to get in this. So I'm sure everyone was behaving.
I love it. Absolutely love it. So remind us again where we can find you, because I'd love to. I'm going to actually subscribe to you, because I think I'd love to do some more of that and combine it with the yoga. I love the idea of doing a little bit of a workout as well as the yoga, because that's what I find. I like to do both. So if you're going to do both together, that would be really ideal.
Oh, well, that would be, that's one. So again, yes, there's the cardio classes that I do, 30 minutes or 45 minutes. There's yoga classes from 30 minutes to 50 minutes, anything from slow flow, yin to power. So I've really got a full range. There's going to be something for everyone, I promise you. As well as a few guided meditations and some breathwork practices. But if you want to know more, follow me on Instagram at Minnie Samengo Yoga. And once you follow me there, you'll see the link tree. And you can find a link to my website, to my booking system, where you can book the classes. Your first class is in fact free as well, so there's no reason not to come and join. So I want to make it as easy as possible. I'm on a mission just to help people kind of move to make you feel good, because we all need to feel good at the moment. And I promise you, getting a little bit of movement, a little bit of meditation, or whatever it is in your life, will always make you feel better. So that's kind of on my mission, is to help motivate people move more.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much. Have a lovely rest of your day.
It was so lovely to meet you, Liz. Thank you so much.
You too.
You're a sort of big figure for me. Also, with having so many children, all your businesses, I just think it's wonderful. So thank you for inspiring me.
Oh, such a pleasure. Thank you for being here. Thanks for your time.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Lovely. Oh, how does everyone feel? I feel pretty chilled. Oh, I do. I'm going to keep my blanket on my knees. So just to say that, yes, the lovely Minnie, she has given us 20% off on her classes, and they're not expensive anyway, so it's really cool. So you just use Liz Loves, all in capitals, on her website for booking. Maybe I'll see you there. Oh, right. What have I got to say now? Can't remember where I was now. Actually, I know what I was doing. I was showing you this lovely, lovely mask. And honestly, I wish I could just share with you how soft it is, because you can't really feel it, but it's absolutely beautiful. And it worked really well. Totally blocked out all the light. Really soft. No horrid pressure on my eyes. Some of them I find are too tight. And this is from Life Armour. They normally sell them for £22. Super soft bamboo. But it's free, just for the moment, with any order of £55. And you can use your Liz Loves discount to get discounted orders as well as get this. So lovely. You know, if you're thinking about sending things to your mum, maybe for Mother's Day, or a special lady in your life, a special friend, or just something to treat yourself with. Maybe you're inspired to do a bit of meditation, a bit of switch off. I love that body scanning. I know that's something that Lily's talked about actually for helping with chronic pain. When she begins to feel a migraine come on, and you know, she now gets them so frequently, unfortunately. It was one of the techniques that she was taught by a psychotherapist, was to do the body scan. And it kind of puts you back in control of what you're feeling in different bits of your body. Start with the feet and you work up and you can scan. And it also gives you something to focus on. So I remember being on the tube once a couple of years ago, and she was just beginning to get a really bad migraine attack, and she was kind of slightly panicked because she didn't know whether she'd get home in time, you know, to get some medicine, and she just started really focusing on all the fingers on her hand as it held onto the handrail in the tube. And just that kind of focus, that idea of bringing your attention to something, can really help to distract from pain. So lots of different ways that we can use breathing, calming the mind, meditation. I definitely feel more relaxed and jollier for that. So the Life Armour. Okay, so Life Armour. This is the one that I use all the time. I use two actually all the time. This is my daytime one, Drops of Balance. These are the adaptogenic herbs that just keep us calm, and they really help. You just pop a few under the tongue. I've got a couple of bottles of these. I just have them throughout the day, and I've got one in my bag, so when we're allowed to go back out again, I always have that in my bag as well. And then I've got my slumber drops. I haven't talked about those for ages, but I do religiously every night have my slumber drops. I don't know if you probably can't see my bedside table there, but if you open that drawer, you will find 2 bottles of slumber drops. So if you're into those and you want to grab those with your discount, you can, and take advantage of getting your lovely free eye mask. Why not? What's not to love? Minnie's Yoga. Okay, so she's Minnie Samengo. So Minnie, as in Minnie Mouse, Minnie, and then Samengo, Samengo, Minnie Samengo. Okay. So other things that I really like for calming. Obviously, I've got a couple of really good things to share with you. Firstly, magnesium. Gotta love magnesium, haven't we? There's just been, I think, this resurgence in all the research and the information about magnesium, because so good for anxiety and for sleep. So these are the 2 things that I take. This is my day and night, basically. So they're from Newson Health, and I take the Berry C complex in the morning. I had mine this morning with my brunch. So this is magnesium ascorbate with vitamin C, and then it's also got some really goodies in here as well, pomegranate, blueberry and plum. So it's a really good all-round complex, and I really, really like that. So I have one of these. You can see, actually, if I open it up, they are slightly kind of pinky in colour. I guess that's all the pomegranate and the plum. So that's my morning one. And then about an hour before bed, I take this one, and this is called Magnesium Plus. And the reason I like this is it's got 3 different types of magnesium in it. There are lots of different types of magnesium. If you want to know more about magnesium, then go to lizearlewellbeing.com. There's a whole articles about magnesium. But some magnesium can cause an upset tummy, whereas these have the versions in it that are blended together, so they're easier on the digestion. And these also have B vitamins in. So again, we know that B vitamins we need for the central nervous system, for helping with anxiety, helping to improve mood, helping to relieve stress and tension. So these 2 are the ones that I take. And then also I take these night and morning. This is something I discovered in lockdown. It's called Serenity. We all need a little bit of serenity. It fits in with my mood today for calm. So these are capsules, and I take one in the morning, again, one in the evening. And these are essentially B vitamins, but they've also got a couple of other really interesting things in with them. Hydrolyzed casein and L-theanine. And this was basically explained to us by Emma Ellis-Flint, who gives us the discount, by the way. And she talked about how they're all sort of wrapped up together. Also got a little bit of magnesium in here as well. It's fine to take all together. You know, she was explaining, she's a qualified nutritionist. You can take these together, it's absolutely fine. And just really helping to take the edge off anxiety. And if anybody's done their nutrigenomics test, the Life Code GX, really interesting, showing how so many of us are blocking some of the B vitamins, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, and that, you know, that might be part of why we feel anxious and stressed, because we're not processing our B vitamins properly. Anyway, I just mentioned those particularly today because we do have the discount on them, but it runs out on Sunday. So if you're looking to restock with anything from Newson Health, so that's things like they've got amazing fish oils, they've got great probiotic supplements, they've got really good iron. If you're somebody who needs to top up your iron, highly recommend their iron supplement as well. So to get that, you need to go to Emma's Nutrition. So she's the lovely nutritionist, Emma Ellis-Flint. So if you go to emmasnutrition.com and you use your Liz Loves, all in capitals, all one word, then you'll get your 10% off. But that does expire midnight on Sunday. So if you are watching this on catch up, as long as you're watching it before Sunday at midnight, then you can still grab that. Oh, lovely and calm. Couple of things. I have got something really nice to share with you now. This is just a little treat. I've been saving it till now. You know how I always say that dark chocolate and chocolate is just really good for us, and we should have a little bit of the good stuff that makes us feel better. And I love the bean to bars that you can get from Salcombe Dairy, for example. I love the specialist bars that you get from Fire Tree Chocolate. That's amazing chocolate grown in the volcanic regions in the Solomon Islands. That's real kind of connoisseur stuff. And we do have Liz Loves discounts with both of those brands, so really, really good. But we have a new one, a new member of the chocolate family to introduce us. And again, we have the 10% Liz Loves discount. Now, this is a bit different, okay? This is a company, it's quite new. It's called Russell and Atwell. And they describe themselves as the fresh chocolatier or chocolatier. And what's really interesting about it is truffles, okay, chocolate truffles. Yeah, I'm so excited. That are proudly made in the UK with British cream and honey. There's absolutely no palm oil. There is no artificial colours, no artificial flavours or preservatives. They are suitable for vegetarians, and they have special degradable packaging, so you don't get those plastic, crinkly packs that, cause so much landfill and so much damage. So what's in the box? So we thought that we'd introduce this today because a lovely thing to send through the post for Mother's Day. That was a little note that came to me actually from them saying thank you very much. From Steve Russell. There is an actual Russell. That's nice. So thank you very much, Steve. Very nice to get those from you. So they are fresh. They come in a box like this, and you can see there's a little label on it. It says refrigerate upon arrival. That's because they've got the fresh goodness. They're not ones that kind of can sit on a shop shelf under the lights for weeks, months on end. These are fresh. Look at that. Isn't that great? Little heart, little tag that you could write for somebody. And then here, there are three different versions. Okay, I've got all three in this box. So, and of course, I'm going to have to open them. And in the interests of research, and just to be super thorough, I am actually going to eat each of them. Okay, so I know I'm just going to take the hit for you guys. Somebody has to do it, and I guess it's got to be me. So which one are we going to start with? So this one is creamy milk chocolates, okay, outrageously creamy milk chocolates. And it says bite into the hand-finished rich milk chocolate shell and release the slow-melting, deliciously creamy milk chocolate centre. And it says keep these chocolates chilled in the fridge, take out 5 minutes before serving. Well, mine have been out for just a little bit longer than that. So let's open the pack and let me see what is inside. Let's have a little sniff. Oh yes, can you smell that? Amazing. Really, really good chocolatey smell. That's what they look like. And oh, nice. So there's a kind of crispy shell. Can you see? Crispy outer bit, which you crunch into, and then really lovely, smooth, soft inside. Wow. Very, very good. I'm going to be good. I'm just going to eat half of each one. This middle one, I have to say, was the first one I tried of theirs. I first became aware of this brand about, a month or two ago maybe. And I thought these guys are really good. So it's lovely to be able to connect with them here. So this one is salted caramel. What a great combination. Why wasn't that invented years ago? Salt and caramel. I mean, so delicious. So this says it has the slow melting, 72% dark chocolate. Okay, so this one, let's see what this one is. Does it say? Maybe it doesn't say. Maybe I haven't. I can't read the small print. Anyway, this is milk chocolate. I'm sure it will say there somewhere in tiny weeny writing. Anyway, this one is salted caramel with dark chocolate. So 72%, so that's right up there. I always say try and go for, if you're eating chocolate regularly, try and kind of work up to the 70%. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. That is a caramel, salted caramel. Wow, you really get that hit of saltiness that comes. It's got, I think, what chocolate connoisseurs call a really long finish. So it's really satisfying. I think that's the point. When you eat good quality chocolate, you tend to eat less of it. That's the theory anyway, because it's so rich and it's so flavourful that you just need a little bit to actually satisfy your taste buds, and they go, oh yeah, that was just enough. You know, you could have a bag of these in the fridge, couldn't you? You could have one in the afternoon as your afternoon treat that'll pick me up. That's what I often do, just have, you know, one square of chocolate. But these are a whole nother level. So this one is smooth dark chocolates. So again, this is the 72% dark. Looks the same. And, oh my goodness, that is so different. That is, it's like a really dark chocolate fudgy flavour. Really delicious. Really, really good. So, all those looking for something simple to pop in the post, to themselves perhaps, or for somebody special, you can do that with your discount at the moment. And a lovely 100% British brand, doing things the right way, packing sustainably, using top quality ingredients, supporting our British farmers. Love it, absolutely love it. So they are Russell and Atwell. Okay, when I first read it, I thought it was Russell and Eat Well. I thought, yes, eat well, why not? Anyway, russellandatwell.com, 10% off with Liz Loves. Nice comments here. Monica on Facebook, happy International Women's Day to you. That was obviously yesterday. No, it wasn't. It was Monday. This is talking about my podcasts and YouTube videos. This is another really informative video. So that was the last one that I did last week on menopause. I'm really enjoying listening to your podcasts, YouTubes and Instagram and Facebook videos. I cooked your apple muffins today. Yummy. Great. That's really nice to hear, Monica. Thank you. Do post a picture. Lots of lovely pictures floating around on Instagram and Facebook at the moment that everyone's sharing, and Pinterest as well, actually. So that's a really nice thing to see. This is from Caroline on YouTube. He said, I recently came across one of Lizar's video on YouTube about the use of estrogel and sleep. After not sleeping well for a number of years, this seems to offer a glimmer of hope. Yes, absolutely. A glimmer of hope. And talking about that, I'm actually going to be recording a new podcast this week with Dr. Louise Newson for a bit of an update. So watch that space. This is from Jane, who says, I just wanted to say a heartfelt thank you to Liz and her team for all the work you do championing women's health and well-being, and in particular, her recent exploration of nutrigenomics. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Earle Wellbeing is my absolute go-to resource for objective, thoroughly researched advice on all things health and wellness. And I love the podcast and YouTube and IGTV. Fabulous all round. Thank you very much, Jane. Really lovely to hear that. Thank you. My team will be especially pleased. They work so hard, particularly on the website, updating it all the time. It's always worth checking back on the Earle Wellbeing homepage. There's new articles all the time. There's links to new things. There's new bits of research. It's always very topical. It's very current. So it's, it's a good thing just to bookmark, check back, once a day, every couple of days, see what's new, have a little read of the new things that are being posted there. It's a big shout out to my team, actually. They do such a great job. I'm really so proud of you. It's really amazing how you work so tirelessly now, always from home. Hopefully we'll be back together in my studios before too long. Quick question here from Helen. This is picking up on the HRT again. Is natural progesterone better than synthetic? That's quite a long question to answer, but briefly, the natural form of progesterone, i.e. the progesterone that we naturally make in our bodies, you can get the bioidentical form or body identical form. It's regulated. It's a little capsule. It's called Utrogestan. It comes from wild yams. It's entirely the same as naturally in our bodies. So our body processes it as it would do its own progesterone. progestogens are the synthetic form of progesterone, and they've been around for a long, long time, and they're really important because they protect the uterus. So if you haven't had a hysterectomy, if you've still got your womb, it's really important if you're taking HRT that you have the progesterone component of your HRT, and that could be a progestogen or a progesterone. In the old days, it was always progestogens. Nowadays, we've got utrogestan as a more natural alternative. It's not to say that synthetic progesterone is bad. A lot of people get on with it very, very well. When you look at the cancer scares, that's always been linked to the progesterone part of HRT. It's not linked to the estrogen. Everyone thinks, oh, it's estrogen receptive. It's the estrogen that does the harm. It's not. It's the progesterone part. And even then, the risk is very, very small. So I don't think there's any, there's not a significantly greater risk than all sorts of other things in our lives that we do, regularly, from being a bit overweight or having a glass or two of wine in the evening. These are all risk factors. So anyway, that's a whole other topic, which I'm not going to go into now because it's just my meditation and my brain is not working properly. But you know what I mean? And I've written a lot about it. In my e-guide, The Truth About HRT is the place to go for all of that. But just to finish with that, some people I know are worried about the progestogen in the Mirena coil. So the Mirena coil is a really brilliant invention, particularly if you've got really heavy periods. And for some women, it can actually prevent them having to have a hysterectomy. So it's a really remarkable thing. So it's obviously a really good form of safe contraception, but it's also very good because it pretty much stops your periods. So it's, it can be an absolute godsend, real blessing. And the way that works is it has a tiny bit of progestogen inside the little Mirena coil. And just to put that into perspective, the amount of progestogen in there is equivalent to 1 or 2 capsules of the utrogestan that you would take every day for a whole year. So you can see it's a tiny amount. And it's also localized. It's a bit like using vaginal estrogen. That doesn't go throughout the whole body, which is why, breast cancer patients who are having active treatment can still very often use vaginal estrogen because it just stays localized. And the same is true of the Mirena coil. So I wouldn't have any concerns at all about using the Mirena coil and its safety. So I think progesterone it's a really interesting subject. I want to do a whole podcast actually on it because some women are progesterone sensitive. So it is part of the whole HRT journey. But I hope that just explains it a little bit in a nutshell. As I say, a lot more information you will find in my e-guide, which is The Truth About HRT. Couple of other quick questions here about juicing. I put a little reel up, one of those little funny reel clips on Instagram yesterday about juicing. Why do I not like to juice fresh spinach? That's Celine on Facebook. Oh, okay. So I did a post about this last week. Basically, spinach has been shown to be high in oxalic acid. It's an anti-nutrient, basically. It can rob the bones of calcium. It can deplete us from calcium. So raw spinach is particularly bad. A little bit better if you cook it, but still quite high in oxalic acid. So, those people who have raw spinach added to their smoothies or their juices every day, not such a great idea. If you want to go for greens, go for something like cabbage. Use something like watercress. That's one of my favourite green vegetables, actually. Use different things, but just watch out for the amount of oxalic acid in some of the green veg, like spinach. I actually showed you in my little reel that I make juices. I make them in bulk and then I freeze them in freezer trays, in little ice cube trays. So somebody reminded me on my Instagram today, it's a bit like baby food, when you make baby food and then you freeze little cubes, so you've always got a little bit ready. It's a bit like that. You don't need to drink huge amounts of juice. It's very concentrated. So a little shot glass, and it's a bit of a faff, obviously, to juice a little bit. So I make lots of ice cubes of juice, freeze them, put them in a bag, and then I can just bring them out 2 or 3 at a time. That's all I use. And the nutrients stay frozen. It's like frozen peas are a really good source of vitamin C. Freezing is a really good way, actually, of capturing your nutrients. So I think it's a really good option for juicing. I know here at the farm we had huge amounts of apples last autumn, and we just had a mammoth weekend. One weekend we just got the juicer out and we were just juicing, and I've got bags and bags of apple juice in the freezer, which we're now really enjoying. And I bring that out and I combine that with ginger and turmeric juice that together in a lemon. So I've already got my apple juice. So through the juicer, I'll make a mix of lemons, ginger root and turmeric root, a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of ground black pepper, and just make juices with that. And, you know, all my kids love that, actually. It's a really good thing. In fact, I have to stop them from drinking too much. I try and dilute it for them. So I always try and serve it 50-50, half juice, half water, just to keep the sugars down again. And because they love it so much, they just kind of glug it back, and I have to stop them. You know, it's like sometimes, you know, I remember going to watch sports matches and just seeing kids with these huge cartons of, you know, pasteurized juice, just knocking them back neat, and thinking, oh my goodness, that's such a sugar hit. You know, we really shouldn't be doing that. So for kids particularly, and for us too, if you want a refreshing long drink, you can use the same amount of juice as your shots, just top it up with lots of water. You could put lots of sparkling water with some ice cubes. You know, hopefully when we get some sunshine, that's a really nice refreshing summer drink. So that's just about it. My team have just reminded me to say, actually, that we do still have a few of the Wellbeing yearbooks. So again, if you're looking for a Mother's Day treat, or perhaps a treat for yourself, something for the new season, then I have these here at the farm at the moment, my really beautiful yearbook 2s, full of so many inspiring recipes and ideas for the home, including flowers and beauty treats, and just so much in here to last the whole year. And I am signing them and sending them out, and I've got a stash to go out in the post today. So I sign them, I send them out. So if you want to send one maybe to your mum, or to someone special, or a girlfriend, or just somebody who's having a hard time at the moment and would like a bit of printed companionship for the coming weeks. And at the moment we also have, ta-da, the little Earle Wellbeing notebooks, and these have little inspirational messages on them. So these go out free with every signed book. I do have some menopause books and a few of the Good Gut Guide. I've got a few of those as well. So with any of those books, any of those signed books, I'm sending them out, and you get this little pack of 3 notepads. I know, Nikki, you were asking about these, whether we would sell these separately. I think they've just gone live on the website. So if you want these separately, they're £7.50 for a little set of 3. And they're just the perfect size. I've got one in my bag, one in the kitchen for shopping lists, and one beside the bed, which I do my journaling, and I just write really, really simple affirmations. Have I got my affirmations in this one? There we go. Yeah, these are just the things that I write, things that I'm grateful for, and things that I would like to have as my kind of daily mantra. So, which I guess fits really neatly, doesn't it, in everything that we were talking about today, about well-being. I have to say, I feel surprisingly calm and balanced. I hope that everybody who joined in that guided meditation enjoyed it, and maybe has a think about how they might like to do that in the coming days and weeks ahead, maybe with your beautiful mask. I'm going to be putting this on my pillow now and having this for later on. Lots and lots of chat. Yes, we do ship to the Netherlands. Yep, Helen. Yeah, Nikki, love a notebook. Yeah, so the magazine we can send to the anywhere in the world. So that can go anywhere, and I think there was an issue about EU and VAT, so but the books are fine because they're non-EU rated, non-VAT rated. So it's all been so complicated, all these new legislations. But yes, basically, just head to the website. You'll see the button at the top that says buy the magazine. That actually takes you to Warner's. They're a separate company who do all our magazine distribution. And there's a special offer, 6 issues for the price of 5. You get free P&P in the UK. And if you want it sent anywhere else, you just have to pay the cost of the postage. That's all. And don't forget, you can also get it digitally online on Readly. So many of you I know are tuning in from all over the world, and I don't want you to feel left out at all. So you can get the digital edition of the current magazine and about a dozen or so of the back issues, all on Readly. Martha, maybe you can pop a link up on Facebook if anybody's watching from overseas. And there's also Yearbook 1 is on Readly. So if you haven't got Yearbook 1, it's now out of print. This is my copy, I'm afraid. But you can see it. I mean, those of you who've got it, do keep hold of it, because it's going to be quite rare now. It's probably become a collector's item because we only printed so many and that's it. But we do have the digital edition, and that's on Readly. And, once you've got the Readly app, you can just head to Liz Earle Wellbeing and you can scroll through anything you like, any of the recipes, any of the articles, it's there forever. So it's a really good thing. And we've got a link that gives you a free month. So again, my team, they just work so hard. Everybody that we talk to about things, whenever we're working with different brands to feature in the magazine, my team will always ask the question, would you like to give us a bit of a discount? So that's how it happens. And, the same with Readly. They just said, come on, let's have a bit of a discount. So you get a free month. You sign up, I think it's $7.99 a month. And that gives you access to everything, the whole magazine world, literally everything. It's amazing. Really, really good. And obviously Liz Earle Wellbeing is part of that. But, Good Housekeeping and Elle and Cosmo and all the interiors magazines, which I love, all your celebrity magazines, literally everything. And of course, all the Liz Earle Wellbeing magazines as well. And I think we might be one of the first ever on Readly to have a book. So you can actually read the book whenever you like and download the pages and, take a read of the recipes and things. So for us, it was really good because, as I say, the yearbook 1 is out of print. So that is the only way now that we can, enable people to see it. But we do still have, I don't know how much longer we'll have yearbook 2, but we do still have some copies. But if you haven't got one, and you'd like one, don't wait too long because it may well go out of print in the same way that yearbook 1 is. And then we will obviously try and put that onto Readly so that you can have that digitally as well. But I do love having the proper print. So that is it for today. Thank you very, very much for joining me. It's been really fun today. And I didn't ever think that I'd be sitting for 10 minutes lying in my bedroom with an eye shade on, just doing nothing. But it was great. And actually it reminded me, that was great, wasn't it, that what Minnie said just before I go, she said, don't forget that you can always come back to this place. And actually even just doing that just now in that moment of, wasn't that great, just to go back there. I could feel that my body just had a little bit of a relax moment, as if my memory, that parasympathetic nervous system was just going, oh yes, I can be calm. So I'll leave you with that thought for Wellbeing Wednesday. Thank you for being with me. Sending lots of love. See you back here live on Friday. I've got a new YouTube video going out tomorrow, so make sure that you're subscribed to the Liz Earle Wellbeing YouTube channel because that will go live tomorrow on Thursday. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.